My grandfather is a man who has faced countless challenges in life. Though he's over 80, he's always been a symbol of strength and resilience. But there was one thing he could never overcome: insomnia. For 10 long years, he struggled with sleepless nights. Every evening, he would toss and turn, unable to fall asleep no matter what he tried. The darkness seemed to amplify his worries, and no matter what method or medication he used, sleep eluded him. But little did he know, a simple habit, not a complicated regimen or a magic pill, would change everything. It wasn't an overnight transformation, it was a gradual process, a journey that started with advice from an old friend. And this habit helped my grandfather reclaim the sleep he'd lost for an entire decade. One morning, he decided to try something new, to wake up early and watch the sunrise. At first, none of us really believed that such a simple thing could have a lasting impact on his health. But he stuck with it. He began waking up at 5 a.m., stepping outside, even though it was still dark and cold. He would take a deep breath of the fresh morning air and take a short walk around the garden, watching the sun rise. This was his routine, nothing complicated, just a quiet, peaceful moment with nature. At first, he only tried it a few times, not expecting much. But gradually, something miraculous started to happen. He began sleeping better. The sleepless nights turned into peaceful, deep slumbers. No longer did he wake up in the middle of the night, feeling anxious or restless. When he woke up in the morning, he felt refreshed, not drained. He had more energy and he could feel his health gradually improving. We were all amazed by the transformation. Each morning, when he shared how peaceful he felt watching the sunrise, I realized that sometimes health doesn't come from pills or complicated methods, but from simple habits in our daily lives. The key is learning to care for yourself in the simplest ways. He said that every morning, when he saw the first light of the day, it felt like life was offering him a fresh start, a new opportunity to embrace the day. The worries and stresses that had once consumed him seemed to fade away with each deep breath, with each step taken in the garden. After 10 long years of insomnia, my grandfather finally found restful sleep. Not through pills, treatments, or expensive therapies, but through the simplest of routines. It was through spending time with himself, his body, and his mind each day. A quiet walk at sunrise, a moment of peace. This habit didn't just improve his sleep, it also brought back his sense of calm and vitality. He no longer woke up feeling exhausted, but rather, he felt energized and ready to take on whatever life had in store. He had found peace in his soul, and his body began to heal without needing complex medical treatments or costly procedures. I learned something very important from my grandfather's story. Taking care of yourself doesn't have to be about big, complicated actions. Sometimes the smallest changes in our daily habits can bring about the most amazing results. A simple act like waking up early to enjoy the sunrise can bring the peace and health that so many people search for. And from that point on, each morning, my grandfather woke up with a renewed spirit, an optimistic heart, and a healthy body. His story is a valuable lesson that reminds us that in life, the simplest things are often the most powerful.